everybody on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and NFL fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts about the NFL Divisional Round and my picks for the NFL Conference Championship games. Check it out. First off, what a crazy week we had in the Divisional Round. A lot of crazy things happened. We're going to get to that in a bit, and I watched some of the games on Saturday and somewhere in the bowling alley, right down in Southern Mass, and that's where I was over the weekend for that, on Saturday for a bowling party event, so I went doing that. Then other than that, I watched the Sunday's game at my own home, so pretty much that's how I watched the games over the weekend. Yeah, it's true. Fun fact, I do bowl. I'm a bowler, so it's pretty interesting. That's one thing you should know about me about that. On the side, I do bowling besides work and school and this. So, I'll show you that in a bit. So, anyways, nevertheless, so that's how I'll show you get to my games in a bit right now. So I'm going to show you that right now. So my thoughts about last week. So the Green Bay Packers and the LA Rams. That game alone it was a blowout on both sides of the ball. So that was a game that I was expecting that the Packers would blow them out, considering the cold weather affected the Rams and stuff like that. And that's showing what it said. The Rams started off playing okay, but then eventually fall apart and where it mattered the most. So that's pretty much what had happened there. Then Green Bay needed a touchdown in order to get the win, and they absolutely did that. So that was a gimme for the Green Bay Packers on that. And added that to seal the victory, punch their ticket to the championship game. Aaron Rodgers had a good game, a typical Aaron Rodgers game, and he had a great pass for Devontae Adams for one score, and then had a running game played out really well too. So, which I was pretty cool itself. So anyways, but the Rams had no answer for the Packers, and especially in Lambeau, especially if you're going to Lambeau Field in a playoff game. That's why I say good luck to you. That's not an easy play. That's a home field advantage throughout for Green Bay, no matter what it's in the cold or what. Typical frozen tundra. Yeah, that's why it's called the frozen tundra in Lambeau. So, yeah, what can you say on that one? But anyways, nevertheless, though, the Packers got punched their ticket to the championship game due to the great defense and a great offense. Really good, stepping up when they needed to. So that was the key thing for the Green Bay Packers on that one. Nevertheless, though, the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. All right, I kind of expected that it was a low-scoring game for that game, for the Ravens and Bills. But I did not expect to be a blowout on one side, though, like the Bills did, which was a 17-3 margin. So, anyways, I predicted a 16-13 margin, but I expected to go under on that one, which it did. So, I expected to be a low-scoring defensive game, which kind of was, but the Buffalo's offense has showed up mostly, so that's pretty much what it was. So, anyways, so the score was 17-3, and what happened? And I gotta say, Lamar Jackson didn't have no answer whatsoever. The Ravens had no answer. The Bills just shut them down, no matter what, defensively and a little bit on offense. So that's pretty much what happened on that one. So, I guess and I hope Lamar Jackson's okay. He had looked like a really bad concussion on that one. So I think he was actually taken out of the game for that. So I hope he does well. I hope he recovers really fast. Concussions is not fun. I'll tell you that one right now. But that being said alone, I think for the question is, this is the second year in a row that the Ravens got bumped out of the divisional round. Last year it was Tennessee, which they beat them last week, but now it's Buffalo this time around. So I don't know. I guess they got to find some other key answers for the Ravens right now to get that over the hump. But as for Buffalo, this is their first ticket to the NFC Championship game since 1993. So this is really great for the Buffalo Bills. So this is their first NFC Championship game. But it was in Buffalo for that game. But this is, I believe, the first time in their franchise history they went to the championship game since 90 on the road. Ever, I think. So, I believe that's the last time. They never. I don't think in their franchise history they never went on the road for a championship game. Which, hold on. Yes, I was right. They haven't been on the road for the championship game. This is the first time in franchise history they travel on the road for the championship game. didn't punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. So, hey, I'm not a Bills fan, so congratulate them. That's all I could say. But nevertheless, let's get on to their opponent, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. Okay, I think for my case, the Cleveland Browns, another snake-bitten moment for them, in this time in the divisional round. They got a touchdown call that was overturned, which that is definitely an overturn on that one and the out of bounds. But I think for that case, I should have been a helmet-to-helmet catch on that one. So, yeah, for that missed call, I think I got to look who. Yeah, for the missed touchdown and missed helmet-to-helmet. So, even though it was a fumble and a touchback, which that I do agree on, but Richard Higgins fumbled the ball, but he got helmet to helmet on that one. So he definitely that was a missed call on that one. So I think if that would have been the case, that case would have been very different for Cleveland. They probably would have won the game, and they would have been in the championship game. But that's how I feel about that game. But nevertheless, Patrick Mahomes too got a concussion out of that game as well. So I got to wait until that one comes up, which I do believe he's gonna. This was not that bad, so I think he'll be okay. So I think for my case scenario, I think he'll be really okay. But I think there's going to be a question mark on the offseason about the fumble in the end zone or something like that. I think they're going to be calling it overturn that rule or sometime soon. So I think we're going to be seeing that. Maybe in the offseason, I was just thinking about that. So yeah, now NFL fans are criticizing that rule. Fumbled in the end zone, being a touchback for the opposing team or something like that. But they may, I think from that case, what I think they're going to do, if they're going to have a new rule in there, if it's fumbled in the end zone and it goes out of bounds, I think it's going to be a first and goal or something like that. Or at least a touchdown for that. And I think that's the way they're going to roll out with that. They're going to be working on that, and I believe it's coming off season, so that's a rule they're going to be focusing on. But I think for that case scenario, for Cleveland, I think there was a definitely good run for Cleveland. I expect to have Cleveland have a great outcome for the upcoming season. I think they definitely should improve their defense and their offense on both sides of the ball next year. I think that's the way they're going to go for Cleveland. In my case, maybe get a running back or something for Cleveland. I don't know, but I'm not a Cleveland Brown fan. I don't know what they need, but I think maybe another protection for Baker Mayfield. I think another guard would help. So that could be another option for Cleveland. But, nevertheless, though, Kansas City's on the march for going back-to-back for the AFC Championship games. I think they can try to do that. And for Green Bay's Packers opponent, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. All right, that game, the Bucs defense definitely stepped up, but it needed to. That was the big key moment for Tampa Bay's defense on that. I know they had Tom Brady. Don't get me wrong. Tom Brady is still Tom Brady. But nevertheless, the Bucs got their first win in New Orleans this year, getting their revenge from the season. They went 0-2 against the New Orleans Saints. And this could be Drew Brees' last game. We don't know yet. We have to find out. But that case scenario, I think this is going to be something to look out for the New Orleans Saints. Maybe a quarterback. I don't know. But my case scenario is, I think that's the way they're gonna go with that for the New Orleans Saints. Maybe a quarterback or something like that. Try to find a quarterback of the future. At least put him on the bench or something if Drew Brees decided to stay or not. But like I said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to their championship game for the first time since 2002. So now they get to go for a similar situation where they were in 2002 in Philadelphia when it's cold and stuff like that. So that's going to be something to look out for. And fun fact, I never really noticed this before. I think all the championship games they were in, they were on the road team, which I'm not mistaken. Hold on. I take that back. The Bucs did go to a championship game in 79 at home. So, anyways, nevertheless, this is their second time in a row that the Bucs went to a championship game that was on the road. So that's pretty much third year in a row. Third season they done that in a row. Like the Bucs went to the championship game on the road. They did it in the 99 season against the Rams, which in 2002 when against the Philadelphia Eagles, and now the Green Bay Packers. So this is going to be a fun game to watch. Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady. Excuse me. But nevertheless, that was a really good game to watch on that one. But just the Bucs shut down Mike. The Bucs shut down the Rams. The Saints defense. They shut down Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders and Dante Harris. So they shut down a lot of guys on defense, and they not only just because they shut down Drew Brees too, but that's not the case. The Bucs defense definitely did step up when they needed to. So now we have a question about what Tom Brady, because he did say after the game though that his blood felt thinner now. So because he's in the warm area. That's going to be a big problem for the Bucs on that one. So even though he's been used to the cold with the Patriots over the years, but now he went to the Bucs, so it's in a warmer climate. So, anyways, let's continue on the picks to my conference championship picks now. Let's get on with that. Okay, here we go. Conference championship picks, and I forgot. For straight up, I went 2-2 against the spread, 2-2, and over and under 2-2. Overall in the year, straight up, 68, 92-1, and against the spread, 134, 12-2, and again over and under 123, 138, and 117. So, my goal next year is definitely get the over and under stuff back on the right track again. So we'll get on that. So, anyways, but on to the championship picks. I think this is going to be a good one to watch. We're going to take a look at it. The very first one, I believe. I think it's the Bucs and the Packers. I think that's going to be the game. Hold on. I'm looking at it right now, and the first game, dates and times. I'm definitely gonna look into that first, but I usually go what's the first game first, and that's the way I'm gonna go. But hold on. Excuse me for 1 minute. Yep, that's the first game, the Bucs and the Packers. So, okay, I wanted to get that one correctly. So, anyways, for that game, I expect it to be a really close game. I don't expect it to be a blowout one. I think it's going to be a very tough game. What I expect about this one is going to be a defensive game, I think, for that one. So, I think this is going to be coming down. But I think offense, surprisingly, I'm definitely going to go with it. Two great quarterbacks who have playoff success. Each have a championship to show off. Tom Brady with 6. And now Aaron Rodgers with 1. So I think Aaron Rodgers wants another one, to be honest with you. And now he has home field advantage, technically with no fans. But nevertheless, but that's not the point. But the point about that is I think where I'm going to go with is if this is going to be the game that the Bucs then really need to step up the most. I mean, if they don't win this, I'm sure Tom Brady's going to go back next year. So that's definitely a case scenario. So I think what I'm going to go with in this one, I think this is going to be a game of who's going to be having an not an offensive explosion, but I think who's going to be the step in that team the most. But honestly, Green Bay's defense, this is the defense that I expect to step up the most. I said it before that Matt LaFleur needed to work on that defense, and he's definitely been doing that. So, don't get me wrong with Bruce Arians. This is Bruce Arians' first championship game since 2015 when he was in Arizona. So I'm sure he wants to get to a Super Bowl too. But I think the way this is going to go, I think this is going to be a game I expect to be at least in the 20 range and stuff like that. So I'm going to make a final score prediction on this one and soon, very quickly. But the way I roll out it with this, I would say the home team is going to win this one out. That would be the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to say the Green Bay Packers over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Green Bay at Lambeau Field. On the line, though, the Green Bay Packers are favored by 3.5 in this game. I'm definitely taking the Green Bay Packers -3. And the over and under, everyone's saying 51, which I can understand why, because of two great quarterbacks. But I don't think it's going to go over that. I think it's going to go under 51 on this one. My final score prediction on this one, the Green Bay Packers 24, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 21. All right, let's get to the conference championship games. The NFC championship game. Excuse me, but I think the way this is gonna go, I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is expected to be ready to go and stuff like that since his concussion and stuff like that. But but the one thing about the Kansas City Chiefs though, defensively they've been playing really, really well. And I almost forgot though about the Bucks now. Now their defensive coordinator and former Jets head coach Todd Bowles is going to a Philadelphia Eagles interview, so I almost forgot about that one. So that's a big known fact on that. So anyways, continue back on the Chiefs side. I think for the Chiefs case though, they definitely gonna hold on. I'm gonna give credit for Steve Spaniago, who has been their defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I kind of expect him to get a job interview coming up soon, maybe after the championship game or something like that, and he might get a head coaching position. I think that's the way that's gonna go. So I expect him to be have a coaching job soon. So anyways, but like I said, I think he got a coaching job in the past. I think he was the Giants intern coach for a year, like 1 year or something like that. But anyways, nevertheless, so I think the way I see it for the Kansas City Chiefs, if the defense can step up, they're gonna win this game. I think that's the way it's gonna go. And they met on weeks. Kansas City met. The Bills and Chiefs met on week 17. I mean, week 7, excuse me, when the Chiefs won 26-17. So on that side, but on that game on the flip side, the Kansas City merged with just 3 second half points in that game. So they're gonna have to definitely work something out. Was it that? Oh no, I'm sorry. I take that back. I think it was. But the time of possession of the games hasn't mattered a whole lot for the Bills for that game. But Josh Allen is really good. On that one, he had 206 yards for that game. He expected to be having. I think they're gonna expect to be a high mileage on that game and stuff like that. But we don't know about Patrick Mahomes' situation yet. That's the only thing. So that could be a big factor about that one for the Buffalo Bills. I'm like, ooh, Patrick Mahomes not playing. We got a chance on this one. We got a chance. That's not true. I'm going to say if the Chiefs' defense is going to step up, they're going to be in trouble anyways. I think that's the way it's going to go. But Kansas City's defense will rise up enough to get Josh Allen in a little bit of grind on the game. So instead of the normal high-flying show from both teams they're used to, I think we're going to expect to be a low one as well. So I expected that. So nevertheless, though, I expect it's going to be a defensive game on this one as well. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think that we're going to be in the high range. But the over and under predictions, I kind of expected to be what it was due to the two quarterbacks they got, two of the better ones right now, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. So I think that's the way it's going to go. But I'm going to give Josh Allen some credit, though. I'm not sure about the elite club yet. I expected to be in the elite, but I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But I definitely do think Josh Allen is a good fit for the Buffalo Bills situation right now. That's all I'm going to say. But nevertheless, though, I'm making my prediction right now. The Kansas City Chiefs over the Buffalo Bills in Arrowhead. On the line, though, the Chiefs are favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take the Chiefs -3 in this game. Over and under, it's 54.5. That's why I kind of expected that. The two gunslingers right now they have now, I expected to be going over that. But I'm going to go under 54.5. Consider how the defense have been playing really well. The final score in this game. The Kansas City Chiefs 24, the Bills 17. A shout-out this week is my good friend Gavin O'Connor from for the NFL YouTube prognosticator page. You could check out his YouTube prognosticator page in the YouTube section down below. His YouTube channel down below, and this one has the rest of the NFL YouTube prognosticator page right down there. So until then, hey, as I mentioned, what I was doing over the weekend. Yeah, this is my bowling ball bag. Like I mentioned, I go bowling, so that's what I was doing Saturday, watching the championship, the divisional games over there. So So I was watching the Packers watching the Packers and Rams in that game, and that one, and the Bills and the Ravens. So these are my bowling shoes I told you guys right here. And yeah, and this is my bowling ball I told you guys. Yeah, the Igniter Solid. I bowled that one. Great hook if you guys into bowling. And yeah, and I'm gonna show you my other thing I got. It was my thumb protector. So, because yeah, I mean I was down in the southern Mass over the weekend, just a little get together, with the bowling party and stuff like that. So it was kind of fun doing in that. So I want to show you how it guys works. Yeah, this is how it works right here. I should have made it a little tighter, but that's how it works right here. So it's like to protect your thumb from the bowling ball. So yeah. So this is my bowling ball right here from Brunswick. This is from that. Definitely a great thing. That's how I hook it like that. I usually do it like this and turn just a little bit. There you go. So yeah, that's it. That's how I got to show you on that one. So until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off, saying rock out, stay safe, and wear a mask and wash your hands. And I'll show you my Celtics mask. Well, I didn't put it all the way out. Whoop. Hold on, excuse me. Stupid me. All right, here we go. It's one of those masks with the ear-free ones, so it's not hurting your ears. So, anyways, other than that, I wanted to say stay safe, rock out, and wear a mask, stay safe, and wash your hands and stay healthy.